Good morning, students. Kailash Chandra Panda welcomes you to his English environment. In this episode, we shall discuss about what a relative clause is, how to construct a relative clause, and the types of relative clause. Look this example. The station master cannot say when the train will come. The underlined clause is a noun clause. If you break the sentence into two sentences, they will be: when will the train come? The station master cannot say. Here, there is no relation between any phrase of these clauses. But now look this complex sentence. I saw the station master who was in black attire. Now break this sentence. I saw the station master. He was in black attire. We can get a relation between the two sentences. Here, the station master and he is the same person. The words are called antecedent. So I saw the station master who was in black attire is a complex sentence in which who was in black attire is a relative clause. The clause acts as an adjective. It comes after the station master, which is a noun phrase, and it modifies the same noun phrase. So if you define relative clause, it will be the clause that functions as an adjective and actually comes after the noun phrase, modifies the noun phrase, then it will be called a relative clause. Remember, students, a relative clause normally comes after its antecedent. It is related to its antecedent by a relative pronoun like who, which, whom, whose, that, etc. Now let's discuss the kinds of relative clause. Relative clauses are of two kinds. They are defining relative clause and non-defining relative clause. Let us first discuss how to make a defining relative clause. Look the following sentences. The man is a teacher. The man is my friend. Now come to the step 1. First, find out the antecedent from the sentences. Here the antecedent are the man in both the sentences, that is the man. Now come to the step 2. Now select the sentence which you want to make a relative clause. Here I have selected the second sentence. Now come to the step 3. Now replace the identical noun phrase of the second sentence with a relative pronoun. So for man, I will take the relative pronoun who. There is a rule to select the relative pronoun. If the identical pronoun is a subject and a person, then we can use who, that, or zero relative. If it is a subject and a thing, we can use which, that, or zero relative. If the identical noun phrase is an object and a person, we can use whom, that, and zero relative. If it is an object and thing, we can use which, that, or zero relative. If it is a subject or object but a possession, we have to use whose. But a subject or object of the thing, we have to use of which. If it is a subject or object but a place, we have to use where. But it is a subject or object but indicates time, we have to use when. Here the man is a subject, so we will replace it with who. Then the clause will be, who is my friend. The clause is ready now. Now place the relative clause just after the antecedent of the first sentence. So the complex sentence will be, the man who is my friend is a teacher. But remember one thing, if the relative pronoun is in the middle of the sentence, it will be brought to the beginning of the clause before placing it in the first sentence. For example, Mr. Das is my teacher. I gave him a pen. Here, Mr. Das and him are the antecedent, and him will be replaced by whom? But whom cannot be used in the middle of the sentence. So we have to bring the word whom to the beginning of the second sentence. So the sentence will be, whom I gave a pen. Now if you place the clause in the first sentence, the sentence will be, Mr. Das, whom I gave a pen, is my teacher. Now take the example of which. The problem seems tough. I have mentioned about the problem. If you join the sentences making one as a relative clause, it will be, the problems which I have mentioned about seem tough. Now take the example of where. The school is a 2-storied building. We study there. The complex sentence will be, the school where we study is a 2-storied building. Now let's come to the non-defining relative clause. A defining relative clause needs to be defined because here the antecedent is not clear. On the other hand, a non-defining relative clause doesn't need to be defined anymore. Usually before the antecedent of a non-defining relative clause, there must be a demonstrative like this, that, these, those, or a possessive like mine, his, or it must be a name. Another point is, students, a non-defining relative clause must be put between two commas. After all, in place of WH word, we cannot use that or zero relative in a non-defining relative clause. Now take some example of non-defining relative clause. Mr. Das, who is my friend, is a doctor. My mother, who has suffered a lot in her life, can do anything for me. This cycle which my father bought for me is very nice. There is an other type of relative clause which is called sentential relative clause. If a relative clause refers to a whole sentence, it is called sentential relative clause. For example, 40 people died in corona, which is a fatal disease. Here, the relative pronoun which refers to only one word, corona. But in this sentence, 40 people died in corona, which is really shocking. Here, the relative pronoun which refers to the whole main clause, 40 people died in corona. So it is a sentential relative clause. So students, in this way we completed the relative clause. In our next episode we will discuss about adverb clauses. Till then, goodbye, stay blessed.